Hey guys, we're live in the studio. We're going to play a quick game of LiveGood, Would You Rather. So let me run around here real quick. All right, here we go. So as you guys probably have heard, LiveGood is officially the fastest growing company ever seen in the history of the nutritional supplement industry, and for very good reason. For years, for 50 years plus, since the supplement industry has been around, people have been taking vitamins, minerals, supplements every day. The industry has kind of been a little bit backwards. You know, most stuff that we buy out there is priced normally. In other words, you go to the grocery store, you buy a bunch of bananas, it's like $2 or $3, right? Probably costs $1, $1.50 for it to be grown, be transported to the United States, and the grocery store marks it up maybe 50 or 100%, right? Same thing, can of beans in the grocery store. Are you gonna pay $12 or are you gonna pay $1.50? You go to a restaurant and the cost of goods is usually about 30% of what you're actually paying for that product. But somehow in the supplement space, it's gotten so out of control that companies are making a product for $5 and people think it's normal that they're selling it for $60, $70, $80, even over $100 just so they can pad their profit margins, so they can afford to pay expensive celebrities and influencers to tell you that it's a good product when, again, it's just a cheap product. And so we flipped the script, and that's why in the last 3 years, again, LiveGood has become the fastest growing company in the supplement space. We've grown to over 2 million customers and members worldwide who have switched from other brands because we're doing it different. We're not marking up the cost of our product or the price of our product so that we can pay expensive influencers, so that we can have a huge advertising campaign or ginormous corporate office. I'll give you a tour here. Actually, if you look back on our timeline, you can see my tour of last week's where we walked through one of our 3 warehouses. It's just loaded with products. But the way we do it, we make the highest quality nutritional supplements on the planet using only the cleanest, purest, USDA certified organic premium ingredients. We show you the full third-party testing results, certificates of analysis, all of the documentation, and we sell them for a few dollars above cost so people can get healthy, stay healthy, and do it in an affordable way without having to overpay for crazy prices and crazy supplements and brands just because an influencer or a celebrity told you it was good. So we're gonna play a quick game of Would You Rather. I'm here in our little studio. I've got all of our LiveGood products here, and I've got some competitor brands, if you want to call them that, other brands over here. So here's the first question. Would you rather have a high quality product or a product that you don't even know if it's high quality or not because the company isn't showing you any third-party documentation? They're not even telling you the ingredients that are in the product. So that's question number 1. I think the answer is obvious. Would you rather have a high-quality product where you see those third-party test results, you know the ingredients that are in the product, you know they're clean, pure, premium, healthy, or would you rather take another product that's super expensive that you don't know any of that stuff? So here's some examples of that. So this is a greens product out there. You know, greens powders are so important. Most people are not getting enough greens, fruits, and vegetables in their daily diet. We need to supplement with a high quality greens product. It is great for digestive health, great for immune health, great for stress, anxiety, energy, and getting those green fruits and vegetables into your body that you're not getting out of your daily diet just to keep your body healthy. That's why there's so many of them out there. So here's one that we found on Amazon. This is called Skinny Greens. This is one of the more expensive ones at $79. 79 bucks on Amazon. So what's in it? Well, I know you can't really see that, but they have a list of ingredients. They call them, this is a superfood blend, a probiotic blend, an adaptogen blend, and a green blend. And each one has about 5 or 6 different ingredients in it. None of them tell you how much of any ingredient is actually in the product. So it probably has spirulina. I'm not going to look for it. Spirulina is one of the most nutrient-dense superfoods on the planet. Do you know how much is in here? Nobody does because they don't tell you. You go to their website, there's no third-party testing results. You email these people asking them for that third-party documentation, and they say it's proprietary. They don't give you that information. They keep it a proprietary blend because they don't want anyone to steal their formula. So guys, they're not telling you anything. It's not organic, number one. We know that because they don't claim it's organic. And it's 79 bucks. So would you rather have this product? You don't know if it's clean. You don't know if it's healthy. You don't know if these ingredients are grown with chemicals, pesticides, loaded with toxins. You haven't seen the heavy metals test. You don't know if there's lead or glyphosates or other harmful ingredients in this product. All you know is that it's a $79 greens product that you can buy on Amazon. Like, why would anyone buy that? This is LiveGood's USDA certified organic super greens. Unlike that other product, we show you exactly how much of every single ingredient is in the product. You want spirulina? 1,600 milligrams of spirulina. I don't think any greens product on the planet has that much of the most nutrient-dense superfood in one spot. And you see every amount of every ingredient in here. You've got chlorella, you've got wheatgrass, you've got some amazing ingredients that give you those greens, fruits, and vegetables you're not getting out of your daily diets. Also USDA certified organic. Unlike that product that, again, probably costs about $5 or $6 to make, and they're selling it for $79, this costs us about 14 bucks to make. With shipping to our warehouse and everything, probably around 15 bucks. We're selling it for $19.95. We're working on $4 margins. They're working on $70+ margins. That's how they can afford to pay those big influencers, celebrities, all that stuff. We don't play those games. Highest quality product, just a few dollars above cost, so people can actually, again, get healthy, stay healthy, and do it in an affordable way without having to compromise and lose their money. And that's the problem with supplements. I actually walked away from the supplement space about 7 years ago because I didn't like seeing people lose money on products that weren't even helping them get healthy. In most cases, like that stuff that's probably, I don't want to claim that it's toxic. I don't know what's in it. They won't tell me what's in it, but there's a very good chance. I mean, if I don't know what's in it, I'm not going to risk putting it in my body. You want to see all the third-party tests, all the documentation. You don't even have to ask us. It's published right there on our website. So that's question number one. Would you rather pay 70 bucks, 80 bucks, $79 for a lower quality greens product that's not organic and you don't even know what's in it, haven't seen any of those third-party tests? Or would you rather get the highest quality greens product on the planet for a quarter of the price, just $19.95, higher quality product, highest quality product, lowest price out there? Just one reason, just one. We got two more questions in this game of Would You Rather, but that's just one reason that we've grown to over 2 million members in 3 years and become the fastest growing supplement brand in the history of the world and continue to grow by thousands and thousands of new customers and members every single week. All right, let's move on to question number 2 in our game of Would You Rather. Would you rather, we'll talk about the price. That was about quality. Have a high quality product or a product you don't know if it's high quality. Would you rather pay $65 for creatine plus HMB or pay $19.95 for creatine plus HMB? Before you answer it, let's compare the ingredients because not everything is apples to apples. Sometimes, you could have a greens product that's awesome and compare it to a green product that, quite honestly, is not awesome. And obviously, you're going to want to go with the higher quality one. In our case, highest quality at the lowest price. You can't beat that. So let's talk about another product. This product, creatine plus HMB. This is one we found on Amazon for $65. This is our LiveGood creatine plus HMB for just $19.95. Both have 5 grams of creatine per serving. Both have 3 grams of HMB per serving. Literally the exact amount of creatine, the exact amount of HMB. So for all intents and purposes, this one, again, comes with all those third-party testing results. So you know that it's clean, pure, healthy, and safe. This one, you don't have that documentation, so you don't know for sure. But even if it was, let's just say that these are identical. Let's say they're exactly the same product. Would you rather pay $65 or would you rather pay $19.95? Obviously, most people, I don't know that, sometimes people get confused and think high price means high quality. All right, turn off the ringer. Here we go. We're back in business. All right, I love doing these lives. Here we go. All right. So again, would you rather pay $65 or $19.95? Which one would you rather? I think most people would obviously choose the cleaner, healthier, documented option than the overpriced, expensive stuff from another brand. All right, question number 3 in our game of Would You Rather, the last and final question, comes down to, again, and we've talked about that with both of the other ones. We talk about quality, we talk about price, and if you haven't noticed, we've been talking about transparency with those third-party testing results, the certificate of analysis, and all of that stuff. So let's talk about that transparency. So there was an article done by Consumer Reports. I encourage you to Google it or ChatGPT it. Please give me the Consumer Reports article about heavy metals, toxic levels of lead, however you want to word it, in protein powders. And you'll find it. They did a test of 23 different protein powders, some of the best-selling protein powders out there on the market, mainly plant-based protein. Of those 23 products, 16 of them were contaminated with toxic levels of lead. 16 out of 23. That's over 2/3. 2/3, 2 out of 3 of the plant-based protein products out there on the market, guys, have toxic, meaning can get you sick, levels of lead. Here's one right here. I don't know why we bought the super ginormous one and not the smaller one, but this is, and the size has nothing to do with it because it's per serving. This is Naked Nutrition. You go to their website and the first thing you see is the words nothing to hide. So I'm like, great. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey, you guys say you have nothing to hide, but Consumer Reports tested your product and shows that it has 16 times safe levels of lead. Can you show me any tests that show otherwise? They're like, oh yeah, we have 17 tests. This is what their response was for my email. We have 17 tests showing that it's totally clean with no lead. I'm like, that is awesome. Can I see one of those tests? Can I see a few of those tests? Can I see that documentation? Because Consumer Reports is showing me this documentation that you have 16 times the safe levels of lead. You're telling me otherwise. So can you show me? They're like, no, it's for internal purposes only. Like first of all, no company's going to test the same product 17 times. That just makes no sense at all. They're probably going to test it maybe twice. Probably once. Because if you're doing it with a good, high-quality lab that you trust, they're going to get the accurate information. And especially if it comes back negative that there's no lead, there's no reason to test it again. Although every one of our products, we test every single raw material. A lot of people don't realize this. I'll talk about this and finish this Would You Rather in a second. But a lot of people don't realize because each product has several different ingredients. We test every single ingredient as it comes into our manufacturing facility. We test it for glyphosates, we test it for toxins, we test it for heavy metals. We make sure it's clean, pure, consistent before we mix those ingredients together and make the finished product. So once all of the ingredients pass that first test, then it gets mixed into the products, and then at the end, each finished batch is then tested for all of those things as well. So there is absolutely zero chance, first of all, that anything even gets mixed into any of our products if it's contaminated, if it's dangerous, if it's toxic, if there's anything harmful in it. And I mean, as tiny of a chance there is, if it were to get manufactured and mixed into our product and we test it after and find that, there is no way it's even getting to our warehouse and being shipped out to any customer. We make sure 100% that every single ingredient, every test, and every product is 100% clean, because we take these products. Like, a lot of people, nobody even knows who owns this company. No one knows who's behind this company. No one knows who made this product, who formulated this product, who manufactured this product. And if any one of those people dare put it in their body, now knowing whether they claim they have those third-party tests or not, that it's 16 times heavy metal, toxic levels of lead in this product. Like, that is not something you want to put in your body. And so, again, every one of our products, this has about as much lead as a glass of water. And you could see those results. This is our USDA certified organic LiveGood plant-based protein, cleanest, healthiest, purest product on the planet. This is just an amazing, amazing product. $39.95. I don't know what this one is. I think it's like 85 bucks or something. This one is actually probably more because it's ginormous. But again, this is the crazy stuff out there. This company claims they do third-party testing. The first thing you see on their website, go to nakednutrition.com, is nothing to hide. Email them. Don't just take my word for it. I've been telling everyone this lately. Don't trust anything anyone, including me, says out there. Ask Google, ask ChatGPT, verify this. And go to nakednutrition.com and look on their site. It's one of those top 3 things. They scroll across. It says nothing to hide. Email them. Say, hey, can I see your third-party testing results? Because Consumer Reports says you have 16 times safe levels of lead in your plant-based protein product. And they're going to give you excuses. So, but again, don't trust me. Do it for yourself. Anyway, so that's the third question. Would you rather see those third-party tests and know that the product that you're taking is clean, healthy, and safe? Or does that not matter and you're just going to risk dying with toxic levels of lead in a product? That's why LiveGood is the fastest growing supplement brand in the world, and not even close, like by far. No company, I mean, it took Amazon 2 years to get to 1 million members. We did it in 13 months with very little spent on advertising, all word of mouth, because once people see it, they can't unsee it. Here's a couple more examples real quick. This is Thorne. Thorne is a big supplement brand. This is their whey protein isolate. This is $62, 20 grams of protein per serving. This is our cleaner, healthier whey protein isolate with colostrum, $39.95, about 40% less than this product. Cleaner, healthier, comes with all those third-party testing results. Just another example, higher quality, lower price. Last but not least, here's another great one, because you've heard hydration sticks are everywhere. I mean, this is a company, LMNT, you probably heard of. You might have heard of Liquid IV. Both of those companies, both of those brands, literally, the only thing they do is electrolytes, is hydration packs. That's their business. That's their market. That's what they know. That's what they specialize in. We have over almost 50 different products, and our hydration amplifier is better than the brands out there that's all they do, which is crazy. So this is LMNT. This is our hydration amplifier. Both products, you can see this one, have exactly 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 60 milligrams of magnesium. So almost identical. This one actually also has 100% of the vitamin C that you need to help protect your immune system, keep you healthy, keep you strong, replenish, rehydrate those cells. So this, it has all the minerals that you need, all the electrolytes, the magnesium, potassium, and sodium, plus it's got, ours has vitamin C, theirs does not. $45, $19.95, less than half the price. Both have 30 stick packs in them. Again, higher quality, lower price. Once people see it, they're not going to go back to spending 45 bucks when they can get a better product at a better price at LiveGood. So, that's all I got. Would you rather have a high quality product or a low quality product? Pay ridiculous amounts of money or pay fair prices, a few dollars above cost? See that third-party documentation to know that your product is clean, or not even worry about it and risk bad stuff happening to you by taking a contaminated product. So really makes sense. Highest quality, lowest price, full transparency, fastest growing brand in the world. If you haven't yet seen our amazing lineup of LiveGood products, check them all out on our website at livegood.com. Also be free, I invite you to follow us on Facebook. We post a lot of great videos, a lot of information. about all of our products, all of our, everything that we do, how you can get healthy, a lot of different health conditions, a lot of different ingredients, all of that stuff, helping people get healthy, stay healthy, do it in an affordable way, one person at a time or 1,000 people at a time, the way that this thing is growing. But it's really fun, it's really rewarding, it's really awesome, and we are helping a lot of people all over the world because, again, once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's all we got. I think I told you I was going to do a warehouse tour, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just going to turn you guys off, say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, be sure to love, be sure to follow, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.